Are the Andromedans involved in the staggering amount of crop circles that appear in southwest England every year? If so, can you point out one they've created? And can you also explain the reasons for the circles and the technology involved?
The answer is yes. I'm aware of 3 that they have left. And the next webinar, I will go look for those, and I will send those to JP so that we can figure out how to put that up, okay, and maybe talk about it. JP?
Yeah, we can do that. I can bring them up as a screen.
I don't have them here because I never expected this question. And as to why those crop circles were being left is threefold. One was to communicate with Gaia, the Earth, a living entity, to give her knowledge and information of their intentions for being here, their purpose, and what their hopes and goals are. Okay, that's 1. 2, to program the Earth with specific knowledge as to who they are and what their extraterrestrial lineage is and from what stars they come from. That's knowledge. 3, for humanity to take interest in and hopefully learn to decode and think in a different way. Now, let's talk about that. Have you guys seen the movie The Arrival? If you haven't, it's homework. It's a very good movie, and essentially what it's about is a race shares through their language their idea of time, in the hopes that humanity would begin to think differently about time. And in so doing, it literally will change their own makeup and their own self-description of who they in fact are. Okay? So what we just see in the crop circle is the actual physical of it in the field. What we don't see is the frequency. What we don't see are the colors. What we don't see is the knowledge embedded within the frequency of the message itself, because we're young. Okay, we're just now stepping into our own and beginning to understand not only who we spiritually are, okay, or physically who we are. I mean, that's coming. But we don't understand our place. And that's coming, okay, that's all coming. And that is in the crop circles. Now the Earth gets that, and then she projects it herself. She changes her frequency with this knowledge. And ladies and gentlemen, we're all getting the Earth energy. There's no way you cannot, regardless. But that frequency, that energy is very subtle, and that knowledge is subtle because it speaks to us on a DNA level, on a spiritual level. And only when one can be quiet can one allow that energy in. Now, this reminds me of another question we had, I think it was 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 webinars ago, where someone asked the question, will the manipulation of our DNA end soon? The answer to that question is, unfortunately, no. There is a lot going on. It can be corrected, and it will be corrected, but what you have are 2%, the 2% playing with gasoline, and they really don't know what they're doing, but they're hell-bent on doing it, whatever it is. Okay, now I asked that question, and I had to wait for an answer, and there's your answer. So, you know,